Let's lay down, begin to relax. That said everything. Letting go, relax the legs, allow the feet to fall open to the sides. And sometimes when we're laying down like this in Shavasana, we tend to almost unconsciously tense up the legs. So maybe check with your legs, with your quads, and let go of any tension. And your arms are also by the side of your body with the palms facing up. And check with the shoulders. See if you can roll them back ever so slightly, making space in the chest area. Finding a little bit more of comfort. And we'll begin to bring attention onto the breath. Taking natural, diaphragmatic breaths in through the nose, into the belly. Allow your stomach to take up space. And out through the nose as well. And your navel falls in towards the spine. Let's continue to follow the breath without controlling it. Let it flow. And let's just watch it as we let go of any worries, concerns, anything you were doing before this class or that you will be doing afterwards. Those things don't need to be present right now. Let's leave them outside of the room and make space for our yoga practice. Now let's bring our feet together. Raise the arms above our head. Give ourselves a nice stretch. And exhale, release. Bend the knees. Roll to the right side on your mat. And using the hands, slowly prop yourself up. And come meet me in a seated position. Legs are crossed. Spine straight. Hands on your knees or chin mudra, your choice. Let's continue watching the breath. Natural diaphragmatic breaths. And as we observe the breath and the quality of the breath today, you may ask yourself, how is my body doing today? How's my breath? How is my mind? You may find that your breath oftentimes tells you a lot about both your physical and mental condition at any time. And this is a practice that you can always come back to, not necessarily before your yoga practice, but anytime that you need to check in with yourself throughout the day. And let's begin to deepen the breath. So we gently begin to control the breath, feeling in the belly, the lungs, expanding the rib cage, throat, and exhaling slowly and with control from stomach, lungs, and throat. Keep breathing deeply. And let's try to keep the inhale and exhale about the same length. And as you continue to breathe deeply, maybe check with your posture, check with your legs, see if you can relax them a little bit more. And check with your spine. Are you sitting upright? Can you pull up through the crown of the head and drop the shoulders back? So we're sitting upright, and yet we find an effortless way to maintain this posture. So we're not creating any extra tension. Breathing naturally into the belly again. We'll take 2 rounds of Kapalbhati. The first one will be 30 pumps and the second one 45. Getting ready, inhale and exhale. Inhale and begin. Exhale, inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Take an easy breath in and hold your breath. And slowly and with control, exhale all the air out, squeezing all the air out of your lungs. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Begin. Inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Take an easy breath in and hold the breath. And as you continue to hold, once again check with your body. Are you holding tension in your legs? Is your chest open to receive? Are we pulling up, growing tall through the crown of the head, shoulders relaxed? And slowly and with control, exhale all the air out and keep breathing naturally. Maybe observe your breath again and whether there are any changes from the beginning of the class to now. And if you're closing the eyes, maybe open them now. Raise the arms up above your head. Interlace the fingers and give yourself a nice stretch. Turn the palms up. Shoulders drop away from the ears. And release. Interlace the hands in front of your body. Turn your palms out. Push away, separating your shoulder blades. Release, interlace the arms behind your body. Open the chest, straighten the elbows and lift the arms as much as you can. Finding a stretch. Doesn't have to be too high. And release. Raise the right arm up. Inhale, elongate. And exhale, tilt to the left, finding length in the right side of the body. And keep the right hip heavy, grounded on the mat. See if you can open your chest to the ceiling. And continue breathing naturally. Inhale, coming up. Left arm up, inhale, elongate. And exhale, tilt to the right. And breathe there. Keep the chest open. Keep the arm actively pulling, as if you want to go grab something that is a little bit far from you. And you can almost reach it, but we're not quite there. Left hip heavy on the mat. And inhale, come back up to center. And let's move on to all fours for cat and cow. And this is gonna be when I take my socks off. So knees are hip width apart, underneath the hips, and hands underneath the shoulders with the fingers spread wide apart. Maybe check with your elbow crease as well. Sometimes we kind of turn the arms inward. So rotate the arms externally so your elbow crease is parallel to the front edge of the mat. You can play with that a little bit, rotating your arms in and out, and see how that also affects your shoulders and your shoulder blades. So when you find that you're rotating your elbow crease inwards, you're likely separating your shoulder blades and curling a little bit in your upper back. And when you rotate the elbow crease to the front of the mat, you can draw the shoulder blades more easily towards each other and down towards the waist. On the inhale, let's project the chest forward. Feel the shoulder blades drawing towards each other and look up. Exhale, curl the back, and here you can rotate the elbow crease in to find more movement in the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more, following your own breath. And after you finish your 2 rounds, come back to neutral. Let's curl the toes. And on the inhale, lift the hips up into your downward facing dog. If you need to adjust the distance between your hands and feet, you can do that. And we can begin to pedal, bicycle the legs a little bit, finding a stretch, the hamstrings, the calves. See if you can melt your chest between your shoulders and keep lifting up through the pelvis. Look at your hands. Let's walk towards them and come to the top of the mat. Roll all the way up, one vertebra at a time for the sun salutation. Take your time, there's no hurry. And once you are there, feet are together or underneath the hips, parallel to each other. Hands in prayer. Tuck the tailbone in, the rib cage in, and draw the shoulders back and down. Still lifting through the crown of the head. And grounding down through the soles of the feet. Moving on to the sun salutation. Inhale, arms up and maybe arch slightly. Exhale, fold forward all the way, hands next to the feet. Inhale, right foot back, knee on the mat, and look in front of you. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and forehead or chin down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left knee on the mat, look in front. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, prayer. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left foot back. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale up. Exhale, prayer. A little faster, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Hold, plank. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale left. Hold, plank. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale, prayer. And breathe here. Inhale, arms up and gently arch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right. Step up, plank, and stay here. Push the mat away. Shoulders away from the ears. Collarbone wide. Lifting from the back of the knees. Knees, chest and chin down. And stay here, breathe. Inhale, open the heart cobra. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Curl the toes, downward facing dog. Let's lift the right leg as high as it will come. And bring the right knee towards your nose. Push the mat away. Find that movement in the shoulder blades, drawing away from each other, maybe curling the upper back, knee to nose. And step that right foot between the hands. Push through the left heel. And let's take a high lunge. Raising the arms and your upper body. And maybe sink a little bit into the hips. Now folding halfway forward, bring the arms back, parallel to your upper body. Hold it here, hover. Keep sinking into the hips, pushing through the left heel. And here you can bring the hands down on the mat, and we'll lift up the left leg, parallel to the floor, balance here. Activate the back foot either by pointing or flexing, your choice. And let's check the pelvic alignment here. So you don't want your pelvis to be open into the side. Check that your left hip bone is pointing down at the mat. Now let's see if we can lift the arms up in prayer in front of the heart. And find our warrior 3. Balance. See if your upper body can come parallel to the floor. Olga. Lift the upper body a little bit more. Yes, in line with the back leg if we can. Yes. Beautiful, Gabi. Balance, breathe. Look at a focus point in front of you there on the floor. That's your balance. And now with control, let's lower that left foot next to the right. And come up to standing. We'll bend the right knee, catch it with our hands, and bring it close to our chest, as close to the body as we can. Stay standing upright, so make sure we're not falling forward or backward. And you can stay here, or if you like, with the index and middle finger of the right hand, catch the right toe, bring your left hand to your waist, and extend that right leg in front of you. Drop the right hip so it's in level with the left hip. Beautiful, nice. Push through the right heel and push back through the right shoulder into its socket. So we're standing upright, and we'll take a twist. We'll take our left hand and hold the outer edge of the right foot. Once you have that, keep pushing through the right heel. Balance. See if you can open the right arm to the back, and then see if you can twist to the right and look back at that right hand. Balance. Yes, beautiful balance. Find a focus point. Good job. Deep breaths. Slowly come back to center, to look in front of you. And we can keep the leg where it is. Let go of the foot. The foot can be pointed or flexed. Spine straight. 3 breaths. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. Release that leg. Take a moment here. Raise the arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Left leg back, knee on the mat. Step back plank. Hold the plank here for a moment. Strong plank, strong core. Knees, chest and chin down. A couple breaths here. Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, cobra. Open the heart. Downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg as much as we can. Push through your hands, left knee to your nose. Strong core. Push and lift. And step that left foot between the hands. Push through the right heel. Let's find a solid base for our high lunge. And whenever you're ready, upper body, arms come up. Sink into the hips. Push through the back heel. Beautiful. Breathe. Let's fold halfway forward and bring the arms down in line with the torso. Keep hovering. Strong in the legs. Maybe place the hands on the mat. And let's find our balance and lift the right leg back. Once again, check that the right hip bone is pointing down at the mat, so we're not opening to the side. Flex or point the foot, find engagement in the leg, knees straight. And whenever you're ready to play with your balance, we can begin to see if we can bring our torso parallel to the floor and lift our hands in prayer in front of the heart. So we want to find a straight line between our upper body and our back leg. On the next exhale, let's lower that right foot next to the left and come up to standing. Let's bend the left knee, touch that left shin with your hands, and bring the left knee in close towards your body. If you like, index and middle finger of the left hand catch the left toe, right hand on the waist. When you're ready, extend the left leg. And keep standing upright as much as possible. Dropping the left hip down heavy in line with the right hip. Left shoulder pushing back into its socket. And let's twist. The right hand holds the outer edge of the left foot. And once you have that, if you like, you can open the left arm to the back. And if you feel like taking on a challenge, see if you can look back at that left hand. Beautiful. Good job. Good job. And slowly release, come back to center. Feet are together. Raise the arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right foot back. Step back plank. We'll take a side plank. Bring the feet either hip width apart or together. So we'll take a side plank. If you like to keep both feet on the mat, you can keep the feet about hip width apart and then roll onto your right and have the left foot in front of the right. If you want a bit more of a balance challenge, then the feet are together and we roll to the right. The left foot is on top of the right. And raise the left arm up. Keep lifting up from the hips. And come back to center. Take a breath here. Then roll left side. The same thing. You find the foot positioning that works for you. And come back to center. And let's lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Maybe take a step forward and find your downward facing dog. Lifting up, pushing up through the hips, sides of the body long, and the legs are strong. Even if the heels don't touch the mat, keep pushing down through them. Take one step forward and maybe take a wider stand with that hip width, so just a little wider, and we'll squat in Malasana, squatting in between the legs. And find the foot distance that works for you. Getting deep there, sitting deep. Elbows to the knee crease or outside of the shin if you prefer. Pushing the legs open, opening the heart. And continue lifting up through the crown of the head as much as we can. Dropping the hands in front of the body on the mat, we'll take Kakasana, crow pose. Let's do this again. Lift the hips up, sliding forward. So we bring the elbows right above the wrists, pushing in with one leg into the arm, lift one foot, and maybe the other. And remember that pushing position in the plank when we were pushing down on the mat, separating the shoulder blades, curling the upper back. See if you can find that engagement in your crown. Push the mat away and allow the shoulder blades to slide open on your back. Gabi, look in front of you. Don't look at your feet, look in front of you. Yes. Yes. Breathe. Deep breaths. Pushing in through the knee that is up. Yes. Through the knee that is up, you're already pushing into the arm and pushing back. So that you will find the stability there first. And then with control, slowly, slowly, we lift the other one. Let's go. Look in front of you. Yes. Deep breaths. Yes. It's coming. Deep, deep breaths. So we use the breath to find stability in this position. Push the mat away, Olga. Lift the hips up. Go. Lift them up. Yes. Slide forward just a tiny little bit more. Yes. Now push through the fingertips. We're tired. It's Friday. Go, Gabi. Yes, yes, yes. I saw that. I saw it. Beautiful. Good job. It's coming. It's coming. Let's release the wrists before we do a quick cool down. Release the wrists. whether it's wrist circles or binding your hands and running them around or placing the back of the hand on the mat. Let's release here. And let's come down to sitting with the soles of the feet together in front of you. We'll take a butterfly. So soles of the feet together. You can bring the feet as close to you as you like. Index and middle finger grab the toes, the big toes. And inhale here first. Maybe find your sit bones. Sometimes it takes me a bit to find them there. Inhale here first and open up the chest, extend the spine as much as we can. And let's flap a little bit slow. Small movements. It doesn't have to be a big flap. Just small movements. So we begin to feel the inner thigh. And before we fold forward, let's stop that flapping movement and readjust our grip if we need to. Some people like to fold forward, catching the toes. For me, it's uncomfortable because my knuckles meet there and it hurts. So if you prefer to hold the front of your foot, the arch of your foot, any grip is good. Inhale and elongate the spine first. And as we exhale, finding movement from the hip joint, let's bring our chest forward. From the chest. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. Now you may find a stretch in the inner thighs. Keep growing long forward, and as you do so, you may notice that the knees come down. You may notice that the feet open up like a book. There's no need to keep the soles completely stuck together, so if the feet open, allow them to open, it's normal. And that will also in turn allow your knees to lower. Keep getting long from the chest. Breathe. Now, if your elbows are touching your calves, you can also kind of push down on them through the elbows. Not too much, just enough to intensify the stretch if you can go there. Deep breaths. Inhale, slowly rolling up. Let's bring the knees up in front of you and give them a hug. Drop the forehead on the knees. Lift the head and bring the hands on the mat behind our body. And we'll take a reverse tabletop here. So inhale, lift the hips, lift the chest, push through the hands, through the legs. Lift as much as you can. And you can relax the neck if that feels good for you. Check with the shoulders and the shoulder blades. And let's sit back down again. And lay on the back. Yes, open the arms to a T by the sides of the body. Bend the knees. Press on the feet. Lift the hips and shift them ever so slightly to the right. Now bend the knees, and you can keep the knees close to your chest like this and then drop them to the left, or you can wrap the right leg around the left if you prefer, and drop them to the left. You can either look up or look at your right hand, and try to keep both shoulders close to the mat. So the right shoulder will want to lift here and roll in the direction of the legs. We're more trying to create distance between that shoulder and the hip on the same side of the body. Inhale, bring the legs back up, unwrap them if they were wrapped, feet on the mat, lift the hips, and we'll shift them now to the other side. Bend the knees, and you can drop both legs together to the right, or wrap the left leg around the right, and then drop. Drop with control, so you can feel the twist of the spine gradually, and also control the left shoulder so it doesn't lift too far off the mat. Inhale, come back to center, unwrap the legs. If you like, give your legs a hug, and maybe lift your forehead to touch the knees, and roll a little bit from side to side. And when you're ready, just extend your body again, laying on your back, finding your final Shavasana. Take about a minute to make any necessary adjustments. And once you find a comfortable Shavasana that you can maintain for about 5 minutes, let's let go of any control to your breath. Check with your jaw and relax your face. Allow the body to fall into a deep, deep state of relaxation. Slowly begin to bring awareness back inside your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Raise your arms above your head. Bring your feet together and give yourself a nice good morning stretch. And release. Bend the knees. And roll to the right side on your mat. Whenever you're ready, on your own time, slowly rolling up and come to meet me in a seated position. Legs are crossed, spine straight, hands on your knees or Chin Mudra. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, lifting through the crown of the head. Chanting Om. Inhale. And slowly open your eyes. Bring the hands to heart. Thank you for practicing with me.